So, Boosie in Angola prison. Was he in protective custody? He was not. And I know because I seen him. And we'll get to that in this video.
Speaking of back and forth, though, you and Terrence Gangsta Williams went back and forth after our interview.
Yeah.
Now, you know,
He was like, I don't want to answer nothing about that dude, bro.
for people who haven't seen what happened, I interviewed Gangster and we talked about his whole situation. He had life plus 20. And at one point, he ended up cooperating with the feds against some of his friends who had already died over some murders that they did. When I brought this up in my interview with you, you had your opinion about it. You were not happy about it.
And I had a real respect for Gangsta and the stories I heard about him, but that shit leave with me. I have no type of respect for him anymore. What I had for him, that was because of all the stories and all that, but
So right here he's speaking about I think Terrence Williams.
once you go that route, I dismiss you from my legend book and X you out.
Well, let's just say the story is true. So like I said, I haven't seen the actual paperwork. And
you haven't seen the paperwork. He could be telling you that just to be telling you that on fucking camera.
Right.
He about to set up 100 motherfuckers. That's how that shit go, man. You stay solid, nigga. Some of us gonna make it, some of us ain't. That's just how it gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You can take that gangster shit off your name, man. Real shit, man. That shit hurt me when I heard about that shit. Cause how all them niggas in that city stand up for gangsta in Angola, man. Them niggas talk highly of this man. They stand on this nigga name. And that shit hurted me to hear that nigga was out of jail and that nigga done got down. Cause them niggas in that city, they stand up behind that nigga. When I say Lee Luke, when I rep Baton Rouge and all my niggas, they want to come up, putting down and stand silent and put in work in the streets, they say gangster. That's one of the good names they say. And that nigga fucked that up with real niggas in the penitentiary. And I say that then I stand on my word about that. That's why I got pissed off because them niggas in that city, they bowed down to that nigga. They speak highly of him and baby them. And that nigga fucked that up for them niggas. Now when the niggas say that all niggas' names in BR, they ain't gonna be able to mention him. They gonna mention him with shit in his mouth. Cause the niggas hate rats up there cause every rat got him up there. A nigga ain't have to do that, nigga. You laid back forever, nigga. You straight. You just gotta lay down, nigga, and pray. He trying to be like Keefer D. He trying to get some people to side and some people to side. Nigga, show us paperwork, nigga. Yeah, tell a district attorney write that down and say you did that. Tell a nigga, the motherfucker over the federal to come and why he ain't vouching for you. Call him to Vlad TV on side you with the paperwork.
You said what you said, and he responded. The one thing I didn't like about his response is he said that you were acting like a puppet for me, which if anyone knows our relationship, it's not like that at all. There is nothing I can get you to say or do that you do not want to say or do on your own. Never, ever, ever. I don't care how I phrase the question. I don't care how many ways I rephrase it or how to do it. If you look at my 15-year history with Boosie has been consistent through every step of how he feels. So, Gangster, me and you are cool, but that whole puppet shit, that's not true. But he responded to you, and his first response was that he had heard that when you were locked up, you were in PC.
Yeah.
So, that's what I wanted to say, is that Terrence Williams said that Boosie, whenever he was locked up, that he heard that Boosie was in protective custody, PC. Well, that's not the case. That's not what happened, because whenever I was really young, I went to Angola, the rodeo with my uncle. I went for the rodeo to like buy certain things from the people working there and watch the Bulls watch the Bulls fight with the prisoners thing. Um, and we watched that, right. Well, we were sitting in the bleachers watching the Bulls fight, and they had a fence that separated the prisoners and the regular people that were out in the free world. Well, so I look over where we were sitting at the very top of the bleachers, and I see somebody leaned over, by like with all kind of other people, right? But this dude was wearing jeans and a white tee and gold chains around his neck, and he was the only person I seen there that had that on. And the people that was sitting like literally one step below him, they all had white shirts on and stuff like that, whatever. Um, but they didn't have on like what he had on, right? They didn't have on the blue jeans or chains around their neck. What you call? So I look over and that someone is Boosie. So Boosie was out and about with all the people that was locked up. So therefore, how was he in PC if he was out and about with all the other people that were locked up? You know what I mean? So he couldn't have been in PC. That's what my whole point was when I seen him over there. I realized that he was not in PC, and that's when I was really young. Yeah, and but yeah, crazy. But yeah, this guy saying that he heard that Boosie was in PC, but that's not true.
And how do you respond to that?
You heard I responded to it like, I mean, I'm a violator, bro. Like everybody in penitentiary will tell you that I'm a population nigga.
And shout out to that Vlad TV. Shout out to the Vlad TV because they he does great work on his channel, interviewing Boosie and everything. And he does some good work. But yeah, let's keep on going.
I mean, you can't be in PC and have jobs.
Right.
There's no way. Everybody know I'm a violator, bro. I probably had 80 write-ups in 5 years, bro. I ain't one of them.
And like whenever we were over there, when I seen Boosie, he was still just looking, watching the prisoners that were on the ground fight the bulls and stuff. He was just watching that from up top with the rest of the prisoners and stuff. But yeah, he was out with all of them.
Them niggas who, I gotta be in the dorm to do what I do. And that was just a cheap shot. I made him mad. I feel like I made him mad about what I said. I got a lot of real gangsters calling me like, Boosie, don't get this nigga no fame or to keep talking about this. So I want Vlad, I don't want to talk about gangster no more after this. I said what I said and meant what I said. But I don't want to go back and forth with no gangster. Cause me being on PC, that's a cheap shot, man. I'm like that, I'm different.
I also remember whenever Boosie got out of jail, that was huge in Louisiana. That was a very huge to everybody in Louisiana. Everybody was they like Boosie music down here a lot. So like, including myself. So yeah, everybody was kind of, they enjoyed to think about how we about to have some new Boosie music because he's getting out now and stuff. But that was crazy too, just to see that part of it, see him get out, and I think at first they initially thought that he was gonna be in there for a very long time, but they was able to get him on out and stuff like that. But yeah, man, that's something. Boosie has lived a real rap lifestyle, over the years too. That's what I really noticed about Boosie. A real lifestyle, like a real rap lifestyle. out. You know, like not the best of things, but we'll probably, one of the probably best people that help somebody out, probably be Boosie. He probably help somebody out if he could. He like to help people out and stuff like that. But yeah, uh, Boosie's really big in Louisiana. He has a lot of fans in Louisiana. But yeah, so we're gonna have another reaction video, but this is gonna be the end of this one, unfortunately. And but it was nice talking to y'all, and subscribe to my channel and like the video.